Hey, good evening, everyone. It's me, Majora T. I thought my hand would be on the side. 10 years making YouTube videos, folks. 10 years. Which kind of relates to the topic for today. That's frustrations with the channel. Yay. I do have frustrations with what's going on over here. And I want to get into it, but don't feel like this is going to be entirely negative. It's not. I have a forward-thinking brain. So I've already been working on something fun that I'm going to talk a little bit about, but not too much, towards the latter half of this video. But I want to talk about why I'm frustrated first. When I made this channel, it was just because I liked the idea of making content talking about games. That's it. 2013, those games were like Pokemon when it was big in the Twitch streaming space. And I made a Twitch account and it never really clicked with me, but the YouTube did, and it eventually led me to Classic Game Room somehow. And I became very interested in video games, playing them, doing written reviews, and eventually recording reviews for those games. And I became involved in a couple communities over time. Many of you listening now were parts of those community in some way, shape, or form. Not all of you, but it's okay. It's just to say that I did find somewhat of a home here, kind of talking shop with all things games, and I kind of just did whatever. I did video responses. I did video game reviews. That was like my big thing, and I had done a lot of them. I've deleted a lot of them, sadly. Oh well, you live and you learn, and I have learned. I have learned so much. And I've also learned that YouTube is a shifting landscape, and the idea of even posting something called game review nowadays doesn't work. And that's something to think about. This platform has built a sense of virality that it's not to say I can't acclimate towards. I am learning a lot about it as I go, and I adjust, and I am having success. The thing is, a lot of that success on this channel had to do with experiments and things that I don't necessarily know I have longevity doing. So I'm just going to show you my top 10 videos in the past 48 hours. It's nothing to scoff at. These are decent numbers for my channel and what it is, but there is an issue here, and I'm wondering if you'll spot it. So my number one video is a discourse on a Korean drama with my dad. That was about an hour long. And that was a fun video. I like doing it. I like hanging out with my dad and recording videos. And that video has gotten triple the amount of views as the next closest video in the past 48 hours. And this has been a trend for about a month now. The video's at like 2,000 views. I've gained, I think, like 10 to 20 subscribers in that time frame just from that video. The next video in that sequence is Demon Fusion in Shin Megami Tensei 3, a beginner's guide. Beginner's guide is a video where I kind of teach you about, if you're a beginner to the game, what would it take to sort of learn about that aspect of the game or the game itself. And that was recorded from a PlayStation 4 live stream with the whack headset. After that, I do have a clip from my Majora T cast Revived with RPG Archive Best and Underrated 3DS Games. The 3DS has become somewhat popular since, like, Pretendo has released for it, and so I assume that's why I'm getting views here recently. Before that, I wasn't. After that, it's 1, 2, 3 beginner's guides for video games, Castlevania, F-Zero X, and Heroes X5. After that, I have 2 hardware reviews. One for the Retron 3 HD and one for a HDMI converter for my Nintendo 64. Great videos, by the way. After that, I have my first review on this whole list, and that's for Castlevania Symphony of the Night. That did happen last year. And then after that, I have another hardware review with 2DS. Okay, what do you think the issue here is? The issue is that of these videos, the ones that I'm most interested in making right now are barely, if represented at all, on this list. At this time, I just want to be playing games and talking about them. You know? This list is catered towards a certain type of video, and I get why they get views. People love hardware reviews. They want to know the specs. They want to know, does it work? They want to know, is it worth getting? It's a big purchase. Korean drama, I've only done one of those. It's the one I did with my dad. Should I change my channel to a K-drama channel now? Should that be the only type of video I do? Some of you subscribed right now may have subscribed for that video, which blessings to you, please. Stay subscribed. But I don't have plans to do that. I just want to sit here and play games and talk about them. And of these videos, Castlevania Symphony of the Night somewhat reflects that. Circle of the Moon, that was a clip from the Circle of the Moon review. But even so, it tells you that I would have to include some kind of like player's guide in my videos and then clip them in order to be sustainable here. Now listen, I understand the perspective of like, who cares about the views? You know, is that all that matters to you? It does matter as a part of a larger whole. But if that was the only thing that mattered, then I would only do beginner's guides and Korean dramas right now, and I don't really want to do that. I want to meet in the middle. And the middle, you know, has to do with passion, attainability, and return. Like those are the three areas that I see when I see, is this worth doing? Am I passionate about the subjects? Is it something I'm able to do? And will it get a return, investment? Not necessarily financially. I just mean like in terms of views. You know, I think I've constantly gone fishing for like, what's that thing? What's that thing that I could do? I did a year of Spaceship Shooter reviews. I did half a year of Castlevania reviews. And now I started this NES thing. And I like my NES a lot. And I really do like my library. And I'm continuing to explore it. But I just keep feeling like, it's not, you know, I'm just throwing stuff at a wall and seeing if it sticks. And then once it starts sticking, I'm like, oh yeah, that. So I just can't. It's been over 2 weeks since I even did a live stream, let alone a video on this channel. I'm not going to abandon Majora T. Don't think that for a second. I will always be Majora T. This channel will be here as long as I know. It's just that I don't want to invest my time necessarily into something that doesn't really feel like it's going anywhere. It just feels like it's a shot in the dark anytime I do a video. And while it's gotten better lately, I just think that if I had a vision from the start of what I wanted to do, I would have nailed it. I might not have had all the tech and everything, but I would have curated a much more, how do I say, I don't know, sustainable channel. So the good news is, or the refreshing news, or I don't know, take it how you want, maybe you don't like this, is that I did start a new channel. And it's themed around a series that I happen to hold near and dear to my heart. I will not say the name here because I don't really know how I want, if this is like the tone of the video I want to roll it out to, like frustrations, thus come subscribe to me. I will say, if you message me on Discord and you want to know more and you want to check out the channel and decide for yourself, please do. You're sworn brothers. I'm in the Discord. You can just even post in the general thread, and then I'll just message you privately. Just say, hey, what's the new channel? You know, I got you. But it's been really good. It's like these videos that I've done, there's only 3 up right now, but they are some of the best videos that I feel like I've done in a while. And I have one coming out in a couple Fridays that is actually the best video I've ever edited in my life. From conception to end, from the script to the edits to the outreach. You could argue that the Star Fox narrative analysis for us all is probably up there, but this one is as well. I think it's a video I cared a lot about doing. So no, it's very exciting, and you could just see it. You could just see it in the way I'm talking about it, that I'm like getting excited talking about it. So if I choose to reveal the channel publicly, then yeah, you can expect me to talk a little bit more in depth about it. But for now, that's just sort of what's going on. It's going well. I feel reinvigorated. I feel good. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you want to check out the new channel. Let me know if you've had frustrations on YouTube. If you can empathize, if you get it, and just what else is going on. So thank you, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.